every time I see him, he pulls out the card out of his wallet. So my message to all of you is that love and miracles are for everybody. And you never know when that miracle can help someone. And don't be afraid to share. Don't be afraid to help. Don't be afraid to tell people that they deserve a miracle, and the miracles are there. He realized, and has talked to me since about that, when he read miracle, he was expecting something extraordinary, and he realized that really, truly, it was the ordinary that was the miracle. And I was touched so deeply by that ever since then, I just think that so many people need others to see the obligation in sharing. So that's really why I'm here today, is to encourage you all to tell everyone you know that they deserve and have a miracle to live and to find that miracle for themselves. And my next story, and this leads into the next story, because as you know now, with a large family and 5 brothers, now 4, my parents have 23 grandchildren, so it's quite a family gathering. And this is a bit more of a chiropractic story, but again, a miracle of determination and faith and a desire and focus. As many people would know, when you're a chiropractor in a large family that's mainly medical, everybody's laughing, oh yeah, that's Denise, she's a chiropractor, and oh yeah, she doesn't have her children vaccinated, oh yeah, she doesn't drink milk, and they have all these, oh yeah, why don't you just adjust them? And you know, you put up with that in a funny way, and it's okay for me. It never stopped me from, in my opinion, was the obligation to share what I knew. People could make their own decisions. But my brother, my last brother, who is an incredibly special person, he gave my father a kidney, and many, many stories to go with it, and is a truly an enlightened and sharing being. And he deserves an amazing recognition in life, and he's received it in many ways. His 4th child was born 4 years ago, and after vaccination at 18 months was diagnosed with severe autism. And he's the 23rd of the grandchildren, and this past November, sitting at our country house, I have a big huge fire pit, and we've got a big party going on with the family, and there's children running all over the place, and little Harley is doing really well under chiropractic care, and he's done everything. My brother's a fighter. My brother is an extremely determined person, and when the doctor told him he'd never speak, he said to him, my son will be back here to tell you you were wrong, so I'll see you later. He's done every alternative, and now he's under chiropractic care. He's doing homeopathy, naturopathy, nutrition, hypobaric chamber, name it. He's a speech therapist, and he's really engaged in everything alternative for his son. And his son has experienced miracles. He's toilet trained, he's communicating somewhat, he's progressing beautifully. And we're sitting by the fire this past November, and my brother looked at me and said, sometimes I get so angry because, you know, it's our 4th child, we know, and my wife's breastfeeding him, and he has a vaccination, and the next day he's not there anymore, and they're telling us, no, it's not the vaccine, but something happened. But he said, I got to move myself beyond that and go into what can I do, yes, and everything has been about his recovery, and it's been a great adventure, and he sees it as a gift. But he said to me, oh, Denise, the only thing I can say is, why didn't you scream louder? Why didn't you tell me? And it brought me to the obligation of encouraging people to share, to love, and to talk about miracles, and not to indoctrinate people, not to impose your thoughts on people, but you have an obligation to at least let people know. It's the same obligation as if there's somebody in a car accident, and even though you're not an emergency doctor, you have an obligation to stop and help people. As a chiropractor, I have an obligation to tell people about health. As a human being, I have an obligation to talk to people about their human potential, to talk to people about their miracle, and let them experience that. And when he told me, like, why didn't you scream louder? I'm like, how loud did you want me to scream? And he said, I don't know, but louder. And I think it was the right answer, because I don't think that we can measure saying, oh, well, I've done my part, I've already told them, and they don't want to understand. No. Our obligation today is to continue the determination to share and to love and to encourage people in their journey, and each day let them know the miracle. And today my brother looks at his fourth child and says to me what a gift and a miracle he was, and he will be telling the doctor how wrong he was. He's already being able to repeat words, and he's doing fantastic, and I just really want to share people that miracles are here for you, and listen and keep being determined